I was looking, I was following Zaratan for some time, maybe even for 1 year or 2 years, but it was somewhere like in my mind, and then then I applied with the project connected to the sea and over sea, and I have been actually in Lisbon like first time 1 year ago, and I could feel like this big connection with the sea and with the discoveries, or the time of discoveries. So then my project will be connected with this. But now I want to show you something from my artist practice from last years, and I'm working in different media. So I have chosen I have choose example from different media. I was studied painting, and then I go. I have feel like I want to go out of the painting. I started to do installation and objects and video and performance and everything. Like it depends on the theme and of what I feel it's best for I want to express. That two paintings are one of my last works, and it's connected to the thing that I'm developing for some time, and it's connected to the kind of utopia. And first, I was thinking more about utopian cities, like something ideal society. And last time, I was thinking more about to going out to the cosmos and connected also to the kind of spiritual utopia, because it's also like the kind of paradise or imagination, like between past and future. So this is paintings like Avatar of God, and inspired also of the like connected past and future. So they're inspired from the mask from the primitive cultures, but are looking also for the future. They're also one of my last works. But eyes of course also something like spiritual, cosmic, and you can find like different symbolism there, like in the shape, like the egg or eye, or yeah, the energy and so on. There is in the studio some inspiration from the book, from the literature that I'm also use sometimes. Here the exhibition in Croatia. Ah, right. So here sunset sunrise, so something like um, the circle of the life, life going. Mothership, so like going to discover the other planets or cosmos. But there are also some meanings connected with the past. So I like somehow connect past and future, past, present, future. Um, so in the painting, I'm quite use like geometric shapes. And lastly, I am adding also some symbolics into this exhibition in Poland. There is this different approach to the how to going out to the space from the painting. So there is like more minimalistic painting, but it's connected with the installation. There was solo exhibition in Budapest, and I tried to work with the space and create a new environment connected to the topic of utopia. And there are like four different views of it, of the exhibitions. Here is different approach also in Poland, where I use these minimalistic paintings, and also I create in the middle of the gallery the kind of structure from the letters. It was because this exhibition was about utopian socialistic city close to Cracovia, Nova Huta. So it was about the building, no? About measuring building, and I created this kind of tree from the that's going from these woods. It's like Adam and Eve, like builders, and this is creating the kind of tree. So yeah, there are also this meaning of the paradise. Like there are always like more meanings together. And yeah, previous years I worked sometimes I'm back. I work also quite a lot with this kind of warning tape because I like the color, and it's also the kind of for me it's also the kind of symbol or meaning connected to urban planning or to how to put the movement in the city, you know, like connected to the structure of the city and urban plan. So that's other approach that I did with the tape. So they're from hanging from the ceiling, and I put there there are like minimalistic painting on a canvas, but I put it down from the subframe and just hang into the space. So it was the kind of fluid. It created the kind of fluid environment because it was a little bit moving with the wind. It was in the industrial space, so there was always some kind of wind into it. So it was changing and little bit the shadow. Um, then yeah, I like to work with different materials, so and also with found material. It was also the part of the same exhibition, and I found like in trash outside on the street this painting, and it reminds me also the kind of utopian paradise, no? These girls that were like dancing, these children dancing together, and I used then marshmallows. It's typical. I did it in London, so it's typical in London, or at least for me. So I did this structure. This I worked in Spain. I used the sugar cubes. Um, that's for me. It's also an interesting material, and I created on the wall of the gallery the kind of urban plan. It also uh, want to evoke some kind of looking for the ideal place. Also, it's like because utopia could be also like remembering the childhood, something sweet, yeah, the paradise. I did a similar installation some years later in Valencia, so in Spain, because they like my previous installations, so they have to do it again. And here I used also the color light. And then I did it in a different way, also using these sugar cubes in Czech Republic. Where I used, yeah, where I actually I like this concrete wall, and I was playing with the structure of the wall itself. Here is another exhibition that I did quite recently in Spain, in Valencia. It's also the kind of artist's run space, something similar as here. And I quite like for the installation using the specific uh, or what I found like specific in the space. So I found this semi-destroyed wall. There are like a lot of holes because of they always drill, no, to the wall for hanging the paintings. And I use these holes to put the figures there, like the kind of remembering the time, no? Because it was all these holes were like running the time of the previous exhibitions. It is actually the same painting but in a different exhibition. So here I use these tapes, warning tapes for the installation. And the exhibition was mainly about the paradise, or like looking for paradise. So there are different meanings connected to the paradise and to the role of the women that it's in the story, in the biblical story, and also looking for the future, like to build something different in the future. This was in the underground in this gallery. It was in the gallery in Barcelona, and it was video projection. Uh, I was thinking like it's as it was in underground and up it was the kind of paradise. Here it was kind of hell. So it was also by this bones and this with the snake. Here is different exhibition in Athens that I also tried to do kind of expanded painting. So it's also like very simple geometric painting, but I connect with the treat, with create kind of net. The the theme or the title of the exhibition was nostalgia. So I was thinking about these abandoned houses with a lot of spider nets, no? And I create something like this. Also, I found a lot of broken glass on the street, so I used it, and it's like the meaning of something fragile, like in the sense of like human relationship inside of the houses or when they living together, these family memories, kind of. Uh, Here is different work that I did in Spain in an installation, also using the tree. There was like a series of kind of small paintings, graphic, that I designed the ground plan of my family house, but always there are some differences in each of them, and I connect them also with the treat. The installation was in the corner of the gallery, and yeah, it was the same meaning, yeah, of this nostalgia, of this memory, and creating the kind of spider web, the web of the memories. Um, Here is also site-specific installation. It was a nice castle, so I like to play um, with also with this meaning like past and future. Here is one of my solo exhibition that I did in Košice in Slovakia. It's it was like also the last exhibition of this gallery was just closing because of it was big reconstruction in the site. So and I connected it also like after pandemic, like joyful because they were locking up and and it's connected to the pandemic, and it was connected also to the Kafka story. I don't know if you know this story. What's the I'm not sure now, not in English, Brlo. It's about one animal that is creating the kind of house under the ground, and Kafka doesn't say if never say what it is. It's something between human and animal, and it's creating a kind of shelter under the ground. So it's this kind of pro- shelter that should protect him, but in the same time, this animal or what it is became insane about all these buildings. It build it always like bigger and bigger, and then have the fear that it's too big and someone can get go in, and yeah, so it's somehow crazy. Uh, and as it was after pandemic time, so it was everything was somehow connected. So I built this kind of structure from this wood, and all the sticks of the wood are full of nails. But the nails are like going inside of the structure, so it was this meaning that it's like kind of random shelter, but it's like could have roof from inside, no? Because of these nails. And there is also video and also video projection on this structure that did with the shadow like yeah, displaying of the shadow like geometrical. Here is the on the slide of the video. On the video was it's the kind of video animation where it's the the human figure like me, and it's overlapping with the kind of animal. I was in this installation. I was thinking also to do an experiment with the ultrasound. So there was like kind of ultrasound that is connected with the fear. Like you can see, you can hear it, but it's very unpleasant. And yeah, then I did had some video animations that are on YouTube. They did put them on, I did some video platforms for video animation. This is also like the kind of paradise. It's from video animation. It's connected to the store of Lilith. Here is the photo. So this paradise concept. There is like different concept with connected with utopia and religion and ethical issues related to the reproduction. Um, this is example of my performance in Prague. That was like yeah, it was connected also to the city of Prague. That it's um, uh, famous for defenestration, because yeah, like in the history of the city, there are like a lot of people finished out of doing that. They just dropped because of political reasons or something. So yeah, it was. So I was kind of jumping through the window, and it was the meaning about the inside and outside, and like intimate inside space, and yeah, outside, and decoration. Intimate, this I did during my time when I was in Vienna for one project, and this is like short, it's a short video performance, and um, it was creating a new approach to the sculpture, like famous sculpture in the city center, and it's also related to the theme of like kind of there is a lot of tourism, of course, uh, that are going to see this thing. So it's like this burgers are connected here to the kind of consumption in the tourism. And I was also playing with the word was Habsburger, because Habsburgs were this monarchy and this famous Austrian monarchy. So like it's like Habsburger. um, yeah, this is connected with this video performance. The object. So it's also a house booker that exists inside. Uh, this is the project that I did in Slovakia, and it's connected to the role of the woman, um, because there is a famous mountain in Slovakia, Tatra Mountain, and like there is a legend that the first woman that go inside, it was not so typical in the past going to the mountain. And the first when they go there, they're like they had her husband then put her to the prison in their castle like, for the rest of the life. Um, um, and this freedom or unfreedom of the woman, it's connected for me with the material of the hair. It's also connected with the hair are also connected to the kind of like a young woman or naive woman or crazy woman, no? Because she, of course, she became crazy then in this prison. We just like put her into the one room and put the wall. Then so she was just in this room and they just give her food through the small belly. Yeah, I did a series of photographies and video there with the women hairs, and I go there up to this lake. That is the legend that this woman go then.
Is it real hair?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Here was the hair like in the lake, in the lake, and the kind of video. Yeah, here is the video performance that I did in this summer in Balaton. It's in Hungary. It's the biggest lake in Hungary and one of the biggest in Europe. And yeah, I'm just walking back and in a loop, like back and come back with this melon. Melon is very, very typical for Hungarian agriculture, but it's also connected with some with one dystopian novel. And I like this shape because it's shaped like a planet. It's shaped like a pregnant belly, and so I used it. And I like also like, this water is also connected with some conscience. And uh, in a way, it's also like the ecological meaning because the water was very very low this summer in the Balaton Lake, and actually scientists are are speaking about that probably uh, Lake Balaton could dry up by 2050, and it's really huge. So, yeah. This last years I did also the series of work connected to ecological issues. This is kind of turning point behind one big factory in close to my city where I grow up, and it's the thing that it's like not so known neither by local people, and it's otherwise it's a beautiful region because there is the kind of natural park, solar paradise, but still there is this um, uh, coming forth with a lot of heavy metals just close by, and people have their like vegetable in the garden, but it's like everything is dangerous there because it was the biggest factory in Czechoslovakia during the socialist time for good. For the mercury. Yeah, mercury is very it's a very good. So there is a lot of mercury in this starting point, but also arsenic and mercury. Yeah, I did kind of a documentary project and also like this kind of swimming performance which was close, just very close to the starting point is the kind of entertainment center with the swimming pool, like just crazy. So. Here is another project that I did in another part of Slovakia with uh, that was connected to these ecological issues, but it was more connected to the mining. And I used the ground of this part and put it to the it's, yeah, it's this silicon bottlenecks because it's meaning like our ground is also like the kind of our mother, but it's also because the site is the name of the site is like 7 million, 7 billion. So I connect to this this name of the site with this meaning. This I did also do it one residency in Slovakia, and it's in the east part of Slovakia. Also, this famous like triangle of death, and it's the region that there are like 3 very dangerous factories, and all this part of, of the region is very polluted. So I did this kind of performances in the front of each factory. Um, yeah, it was the performance was kind of looking for searching for how to find a balance between the situation and the nature. Here is this tailing dam in the close in the part of this triangle of death, and actually it's like when I was there, there almost no sign. Like the nature is beautiful, but like it's this kind of danger that you can see. You know? But in the same time, this lake is dead completely because nothing can survive there, and it's full of these chemicals. This is another video performance, also the kind of balancing uh, between civilization and nature. It's this kind of lost spaces in between nature and city. And you can see this settlement behind me, and it's usually this kind of there is neither city neither nature, like kind of lost spaces. No, usually full of rubbish. Actually, there is also a lot of rubbish. And yeah, here is another approach yeah, to the nature, like flag for that. It was connected to one project that invited me like for online online residency from India, and I wanted to create the flags, like different flags that is not connected to the certain country. So I did this flag for the earth that it's where I grow a different kind of seeds and leave it there for some days, like just give the nature to take it. Um, yeah, I use just like cloth that could be tablecloth, tablecloth for the nature. And yeah, um, that was all the examples. Here for the residency, as I was telling, I was thinking about this connection for the discoveries and the overseas. Um, and I did a series of collages that I will present like next week. And it's the title of the collages are Explore, Exploit. Um, and I used some old maps from the books, from the book that I found in the charity shop. The book is about discoveries. So yeah, it's um, it may be a question about this kind of export connection. So I don't know. So that's it. Was maybe a little bit random, but yeah, I have quite a lot of work, so yeah, I just wanted to show something. Thank you.
Did you clap?
No. I don't know, you are invited to ask some questions or if you're interested.
Maybe I just want to ask, are you on YouTube, you said, all the performances? So if you just put
Not
you-
all, but
some
some
of
of
So if I
them.
just
Yeah.
search
Yeah,
your
yeah,
name
yeah.
on YouTube, you
Mhm.
should be there somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Or at least some extract from some videos. So somehow just like a little short. Because I usually do this kind of as I was trained as a painter. Somehow I still feel like for me the video when I'm doing video it's still like the moving image or picture. And so it's like still I see it more like something that is smooth, but it's in a way it's framed. And I usually do it like from static camera. Um, and I do it like um, that I like to put it in the exhibition in the loop. So it's just this looping in the image.
Yeah, I was actually curious to ask how this transition from painting to environment to performance happened. If you can tell us a bit more about that. And I was also curious to understand if all the performance happens without public, because I have the impression you have some performance into galleries, and I couldn't understand if they always become a video or if sometimes.
Usually like video. You know?
Okay.
Um, yeah, I think yeah it's connected because I was just looking for another medium to express like the things. Mm, yeah, because in a certain time I think I felt like I want to go out of the of the canvas. I need to to experience more material, the space, the time, no. So yeah, and it's like I'm quite curious person, so I just like go to those kind of discovery for me to work with different media, and it's also more freedom for me because I think for some topics are like um, a certain medium uh, is maybe more suitable than other, or maybe I just feel it. Yeah, maybe there is someone else that could do it in painting, but some topic I just feel it like yeah it could be better in video. But some topics I also do like in different media because I just maybe follow the thing.
So, so far, is there a way or one approach or one medium that gives you the most sense of satisfaction when you're with it? Or
I think I am going like I have like maybe the certain time that I feel like more exciting with one medium and then like throw me to another. No, uh, now I feel I want to go back like more for the painting, but yeah, like, I can do it.
My impression, I don't think it was chronological, but I have the feeling
No, this was not.
the painting were much more kind of abstract, and then things become more organic, kind of integrating feathers, other elements, trees, and things that are more organics. And then the performance is one more step towards going into the war somehow, but maybe it's my reading of it.
Yeah, yeah, in a way. Yeah, it's like it was not chronological. I put things together, maybe what about the material and how they are connected. Then it was somehow, yeah, I have this maybe this idea that coming back, no, also over some time, like I'm back in some topic again in different ways. Yeah, and definitely, yeah, I had the feeling, yeah, I want to go like uh, more to the world. So.
I have a comment.
For the last pieces, you identify them and you use the word discoveries, and I was wondering if you use the word discoveries with a second meaning or an ironic meaning or something behind it or not,
Yeah,
or
because
why you use the word discovery.
yeah, because it's this course I did here in this residency, because I feel it's like quite uh, important, not for the Portugal, for Spain also, like these discoveries, this time of discoveries, and I use it not ironic. I use it like ambivalent, because there is also positive side and negative side, and I like somehow uh, it's still interesting for me these ambivalent things in the history and in the human nature also. I wrote also like a lot of utopia, dystopia. So this like because discoveries are very. I think we can see it critical. There is also like positive side, but there is a lot of negative side now because it was exploit because in the history like a lot of suffering connected to it, like yeah. So
Yeah, because the term discoveries for the, I would say another way, which is European expansion, it's a rather problematic way of describing what happened in the 16th and 17th century.
yeah,
And discoveries, it's from an Eurocentric point of view, because
yeah,
Europeans didn't discover anything.
yeah. It was
They
discovered
they made a
for
movement
us.
from
Yeah,
Europe
of course.
towards other places in the planet. So I was wondering about the word discovery.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, because we are still using this word, this word for no, it's still
Not here.
Ah,
No.
Monumento das Descobertas.
Não, isso é garantido.
I think some people, yeah, I think it's
And
a
I think the
problematic.
books you
Yeah,
find it,
yeah.
probably they're called still like this.
It's not a way to say. It's a way to look at history and what happened in history. And the correct for what happened in the 16th and 17th century, it was European maritime expansion. So Europeans, starting with Portuguese and Spaniards, they, for many reasons and different reasons between Portugal and Spain, there are different reasons. They started to going out of Europe through boats to the oceans, and they get connected with other peoples. Discoveries, it's a term which reflects a Eurocentric point of view from Europeans towards
I understand
the
it.
Union.
So
Yeah,
instead
that's
of
true.
age of discoveries, you say age of maritime
No. Age of discoveries is a kind of
Yeah, it's
term
difficult, yeah.
For
Discovering
it's an
space
easy
or-
way to say it,
Yeah, exactly.
but it's rather problematic.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, what I wanted to say that it's rather problematic.
No, but it's
Yeah,
different, right? I mean, in a country like Slovakia, which we didn't have any colonial heritage,
we wouldn't even discuss it. You understand? Like it's
Yeah,
different.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
we
yeah,
would.
yeah,
I don't think it's.
yeah. Because I was wondering
Yeah.
if the term is
Like I think
if,
each country is having some point which is.
if there's awareness about it, because it's easy, like world maps were shaped by Europeans. You see Europe in the middle and the American continent on the left and the Asia on the right. But if the world wasn't shaped by Europeans and were by, like for instance, by Asians, you see. Well, the world map could have Asia on the center.
We'll be looking where it will.
Yeah, it's always looking
Yeah.
from who is looking. Yeah, it's like from the perspective. Yeah, yeah. So like actually, it was the age of discoveries for the European culture in this past, no, in the 16th, 17th century. But yeah, when they're looking now, like there, they can like remake it or like rethink it. We should rethink it. Yes.
I also think you have to be careful. Maybe you know better, because I think discoveries. I don't know if in this. I'm not sure that in the 16th and 17th century there is the term. I think it's more recent, and it's quite problematic. I mean, it's very important. But I had another comment. I mean, the work is, I mean, in terms of, at least formally, it's quite diverse. But I just thought that in terms of vocabulary, even with the performance, it seems that it's very much about, I don't know how to say this, representation more than experience. I mean, almost like symbolical, even the thing with the hair. I mean, I'm thinking about the hair because it's something also very physical. But I was wondering if you recognize yourself in what I'm saying, that even with the performance, it seems that you place your body in a way that stands for us. It can be read. It can be read. It's not. It's about the position. It's not necessarily about we witnessing an experience, a kind of a voyage. It's more about standing for. Am I right? For something, for a symbolical reading, a
Yeah.
formal reading, which I'm not saying it negatively. I mean,
Yeah.
clear forms, clear shapes. I don't know if this is true.
Maybe because as I was talking, it's connected to the painting still. Yeah, so it's the moving painting.
I mean, it could be expressive,
Yeah.
gestural,
Yeah.
but I think it's more, there's a control and there's a,
That is connected to my character. So expressive.
Do you want to share something more about next week, Open Studio? What's gonna happen?
Are we going to have
Yeah,
an open
that-
studio?
Hmm?
We're going to do an open studio.
Yeah, it will be like open studio, but it will be sure. Yeah,
An
like but
exhibition.
it will be here, in the gallery. It will be not the studio. But it's called still open studio. No, maybe we will see like street, so like
No,
it will be still connected with this with the sea and oversea and also there's some I don't know novel language. Because it's about seeing the not seeing. Like this Saramago novel I really liked, and it's about the social tragedy. And I would like to connect it also to ecological tragedy, that it's also like um, connected to the social tragedy, to the oppression, to the inequality. So,
too much. I know too much. Okay, then maybe just to invite you, there will be an office studio next week from 26th to the 29th. But she doesn't want to tell you all. It's a secret.
It will be a discovery.
Not in an historical sense.
How big is it, this work you are showing?
These are small
Like-
because it's from the book, so it's like book page.
Okay. So mostly you will present this work.
This
Next week.
this collages, I want to present also like on the walls on the gallery. But there are small works. And then I don't
I arrived to what I wanted to share.
At what time is the performance?
Is the performance like
Can you
thematically
turn
linked
this
to these
into-
works, or is it
yeah. Cool. Yeah.
So we'll hear about that. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry.